Hello, friends, subscribers, and followers. Thank you for coming back to another review by me, Brad Victor. It's been an interesting, fun week. Last video I did, which was I think it was a week ago today, we did a great interview, Deadly Dreams. I'm surprised I got like 19, I think it was 19 or 20 views. Thank you for the comments that was left. When I did that video, I was getting ready to go back to work, and then they gave me another vacation week, so I ended up taking another week and ended up having fun and enjoying lots of movies. And then yesterday, I watched all 12 of the Friday 13th, and earlier today, I watched the Saturday 14th. I've done reviews on them. I haven't done the reviews for each Friday 13th movie, which I plan on getting back to that soon. Um, but today, as you can see from the photo that I put on the on this post, but I'm talking about the TV show Werewolf. This is a made DVD plus R that I put together for my own personal use, that I taped off of VHS tapes that I had or that were getting really bad, so I put them on there. And the picture quality is not the greatest, but anyway, not that. Beside all that, I just wanted to get into it, and I haven't done too many TV shows lately, and I wanted to get into a TV show that is liked among a lot of people who have seen the show when it originally aired, and some might have seen it when it was on Chiller or on Sci-Fi. Werewolf was a great show from 1987. It came on right around the summer of '87 because it was Fox became a network in '87, so they already had a couple shows that was mainly Married with Children that have become well known, and they wanted to expand their television programming, and they brought in a show called Werewolf, which came I don't know, a couple 2-3 months before the TV show Friday the 13th, the series. It went to syndication, but in my area played on Fox. And it was an interesting show. The first episode was a pilot, which was like an hour and 30-minute movie. I think it was like an hour and 22 minutes with the commercials. And it set up the character played by John J. York, who played the character Eric Cord, who becomes a werewolf. If you haven't seen it, just maybe give out a little bit of a spoiler. But in the TV movie pilot, he gets bit by his friend before he kills his friend. So he became a werewolf, and during the process of that, he goes looking for a person named Janos Scorsese. That's played by the late Chuck Connors. And in the process, he also gets followed by this bounty hunter, Alamo Joe, played by the late Lance Legault. And both those guys did great performances for the characters, and John J. York, he did really good. And a lot of people may remember him from playing on tons of soap operas, and he played a really good character. Now the TV movie actually had Michelle Johnson, who plays his girlfriend, that happens to be his best friend's sister. She plays in it. You may remember her from Waxwork or other films that she has done in the 80s and the 90s. I think she even played in Dr. Giggles, which came out 30 years ago this year. And then the series, after the movie, they did 28 episodes. 29 if you count the television movie. And the setup was pretty cool. I mean, it's about a guy who's a werewolf looking for this Scorsese character, being followed by this bounty hunter. And the bounty hunter's not in every episode, and neither is this other werewolf. He's like the head werewolf. And the shows were only 30 minutes long, with commercials maybe 22, 23 minutes long, without the ads. And it sets up pretty good. You had a lot of different guest stars play on the show, a lot of guest directors, well-known directors that directed episodic television series. And so you have a great bunch of different episodes. The only thing that was heartbreaking to me after watching what's led up to the ending, I don't want to give away the ending to people who haven't seen it, but I will tell you a little spoiler. He does kill what he thinks is the head werewolf, and maybe he's not. And they kind of left it open for cliffhanger, and they never renewed the series, which was bad. Which was sad because it was really good. I thought it was really good, and there's a lot of fans that I've seen online and different groups on Facebook and online talk about the series and say how well it was good and everything. Rick Baker was behind the makeup effects with a bunch of his makeup crew that did it, and yeah, it wasn't for 1987. It was pretty well thought out, well scripted, and the stories were really good. I mean, they kept you interested in to the next episode and see what was going to happen. And all in all, it was a great show. It was originally going to be released on a legitimate DVD, and I think it was like 2012 or 13. But for some reason, the Shout Factory took it down because they didn't have the rights to a certain song in one or two episodes. Well, that's fine, but at least you could have just released the show and just took out that song or added another song into it just for the fans so they wouldn't have to make their own copy or find a bootleg copy in different conventions or whatever. But anyway, I give this show a solid 7.5 to 8 on my Richter scale, and it was a great show. If you like werewolves and you like nostalgic 80s TV shows, see if you can watch these on YouTube, or maybe Chiller still has a channel on YouTube. I don't know, but or if you go to a convention and you see this for a fair price, buy it. It's well worth it in my opinion. And for the many episodes they did, they definitely should have at least come back, like maybe after a year, because it ran from 87 to 88. That maybe come like a year or two later and come back and do like a movie to finish off the series. That would have been really nice. But now that it's been 34 years since the show has been off the air, it's really not going to warrant enough fan base to get it to release, to get the characters. Of course, Chuck Connors and Lance Legato both passed away, but they could at least, if they ever decided to do something like that, which I don't think is going to happen. The same thing goes for Friday the 13th, the series. The show's been off for 32 years, and this October is going to be 35 years since the show. But certain things you just let go, and it's sad that you didn't get to actually see a conclusion to this show. But all in all, it was a really great show. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, leave them down below, or if you have any comments on this video, leave them down below. I always enjoy and encourage, and I always try to answer back each and every question or comment. So thank you for watching this video, and I will see you on the next one.